Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes.
Hello YouTube, it's your girl Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. This video is part 2 of the downfall of girl trips and group trips. So part 1 will be linked in the description box for you to watch it if you haven't checked it out. But basically the point of this video is I'm just going to talk about some strategies of what you need to know, do in advance to try to make sure that you have the best girl trip, group trip, and that it won't devolve into disaster. Thank you so much for coming to this channel if this is your first time here. Also, if not, welcome back. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on any of the great videos that I make here for the channel. We want you to be a part of the crew. Also, hit the like button if you like this video and hit the notification bell so when I post new videos, you'll be first to know. So I went over some other things in the other video, basically just saying that pre-planning is a really key element to kind of set the stage for what you want to happen on the trip and how you want the experience to be. So but continuing to go into that, group dynamics for people is something that could be very temperamental. So you have to understand the vibe connection between all the people in the group, especially if it's not an already pre-existing friend group. So with that being said, be mindful of like who you're inviting, how they experience life, what experiences you've had with them in the past or people in the group have had with them in the past. Not to say that people can't change, but that's kind of one of the best indicators for what you think they will do. Locked up abroad is real. And unfortunately I do know stories of people who went on group trips and because of the actions someone in the group ended up having to interact with law enforcement, and it's just sometimes you don't speak the same language and it's like that is not a position you want to put yourself in. So my thing that I really want to say is every friend is not your travel friend. Even if it's here in the United States, that might just be an at-home friend. And I know that's so sad to say because you're thinking like, well, I want to travel the world and do all these things and like how can I not do it with my friend? And it's like, well, if your friend is problematic, if your friend causes drama, if your friend is very stubborn and stuck in their ways and doesn't want to work with the group, if your friend is like it's my way or the highway, if your friend's not flexible, they're not into new experiences, like you're gonna pay all this money to go on the trip and deal with nonsense. Like, and if you knew they were like that at the house, don't do that in the street. Like, I know nobody wants to hear that, but it is what it is. And you might be that friend. You might be watching it right now and be one of those people like, no, the food gotta be good, the thing gotta be lit, and it's not like this, and it's and you need to stay home if you're that person, because there's no way that you can control all these little different things on the trip. The restaurant you wanted to go to might have had an emergency and closed down. Like, we still got to figure out some place to eat. Like, there is a certain amount of flexibility that needs to be had when you're traveling. And if you're a kind of person that can't operate in that way, then it's just you don't need to go on the group trip. Solo travel is for you. Personal expectations of how you're going to govern yourself. I am a huge believer of everything that I want on the trip. What are the ways that I'm going to facilitate and do it for myself? I'm not a on the fly nail person, so I know that before the trip I need to make accommodations for my nails. I could pretty much judge the hair, but depending on where we're going, I might need a style that's pre-done, like braids, so that way I could have fun and not concentrate on redoing my hair. Or it might not be enough time for me to keep recurling, restyling my wig, so like I'm gonna get some straight backs for the week. Don't go on the group trip expecting that other people are going to do things for you unless you've already pre-negotiated, worked out, and talked with this person before the trip. As the makeup friend, I'm not doing your makeup on the trip. I don't even do makeup for people at home. Like, I'm very clear that I'm a makeup enthusiast, not a makeup artist. So makeup artists get paid for their work. You should find one and hire them so that way they could do your makeup. But on the trip, you shouldn't be like, there's very little time to get ready for the most part, especially if you wake up, have breakfast, go excursion all day, come back, go to the beach and the pool, rush to eat dinner, and then now you're trying to do hair, makeup, get ready, have fun before you go to the going out spot. There's no time. It takes me an hour to get ready by myself. Now I'm gonna get me ready and you ready. Like, if kids are there, then that's a different trip dynamic, that you have to help the kids get ready. But if it's all adults, you only need to be doing things that you could do yourself. You want lashes, get some individuals before the trip, or go to Sephora and get the little special lash package and have them teach you how to put it on yourself. Like, you come into the trip expecting other people to do services for you that you're not paying for is not acceptable. Also, a lot of times these people want a break. Like, they might do hair at home, so they're on vacation, they don't want to do people's hair. They might do lashes at home, they're on vacation, they don't want to do people's lashes. Like, they left work behind for a reason. They would have just stayed and did customers' lashes if they wanted to do lashes, you know. Also, it's a little hard because for all of these professions, the people are going to bring their materials to do themselves. So I would say leave your hair stuff at home if you're a hairstylist. Get braids and be like, what? I don't even got nothing. I can't do that. Let me stop. Don't play those games. Tell people before y'all leave, I'm not doing nothing for y'all. I'm relaxing and enjoying my vacation. So that's that on that. And if you feel like, oh, I need somebody so bad to do my hair and nails on vacation and my makeup, book the services. They have the people at the hotels and the resorts a lot. And you can pay for them to come to your room and do your makeup and stuff like that. Pay for it if it's that important to you. So egos and jealousy, I honestly don't know what to tell you about that. I have been very blessed that that hasn't been a specific issue that I ever dealt with on the group trips I went to. I've actually had mostly good group experiences. I never had any of these disastrous things like people getting arrested and stuff like that on the trips. But I will just say, like, no, you know who these people are. If you find that you talk about this person and you're like, well, yeah, she had to rah because ABC, they can't come. They cannot go. This is supposed to be a fun, good, pleasant experience for everybody involved. Like, now if it's like, oh, she had to rah because like somebody like punched her mom in the face, then that's one thing. But if she just rahs on the regular, she can't come, he can't come, they can't come. And it's that simple. This is not a school field trip. Everybody does not have to be involved. You only get one shot at this. Yes, you can in another time you can repay and go to the same exact place and do it all over again. But for most of us, you go to a place once, you enjoy it, and then you go to the next place the next time. And if you feel like there's somebody who is going to be in a position to deal with egos, jealousy, lack of funds in the budget, this time they can't come. And have that transparent conversation with them, especially if you know them in real life, just to be like, listen, we are super cool, but the way that you flipped out on old boy at the bar last weekend, you can't do that in St. Martin. Like, no. And the person's they have to understand. Of course, at that point, they're going to start with the please, baby, please. Like, that was just that one time. But then you could have other examples. Or you could honestly just be like, well, we're not chancing it this time either. Because everybody always has the option to plan their own group trip and invite their own people. So don't feel like you have to be the one to bring everybody. These places aren't going anywhere. They got flights leaving every day. So keep that in mind too. So definitely take a deep breath, because these group trip planning can be very stressful. That's why a lot of people pay people to do it. But especially if you feel like, I could do it, I know enough, I want to try and pull it together for us, I don't want you to be discouraged. You could do it and you guys are gonna have a good time. But just make sure that before anything is purchased, that everything is clear on what you want to happen, how you want it to go, and what the feel, vibe, experience of the trip will be, so that way you won't have any issues. Okay, so good luck with your trip planning, and I'll see you when you come back. Come in the comments, let me know how the girls trip, group trip was. It's going to work out. You just have to be intentional with your planning before you leave. All right, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down.